Penelope Rex and the Trouble with Pets by Ryan T. Higgins. Lots of parents give their kids dogs or cats or guinea pigs or goldfish. Penelope Rex's parents gave her Mittens. Penelope was surprised. She didn't even know she wanted a pet. Penelope had talked a lot about ponies, but that was because they are delicious. She wasn't so sure about owning a Mittens, but she was willing to give it a try. Oh, look, he already likes you. Why don't you take Mittens up to your room and get ready for bed? In Penelope's room, Mittens made himself comfortable. Mittens, you can sleep down here on the floor. It was a crowded night in the room up the stairs and down the hall. The next morning, Mittens woke Penelope up with a surprise from the garden. Then he wouldn't eat his breakfast. But he would eat everything else, like the trash, and Penelope's toys, and Penelope's supper. You never really liked baked beans anyway. And no one was quite sure what had happened to the nice lady from down the street. Has anyone seen Mrs. Phillips today? I was supposed to take her to the airport. After all that, Mittens got an upset tummy. Luckily, he knew how to use the litter box. But he preferred the bathtub. The truth was, Mittens made everything harder. Sleeping, getting dressed. Mom, Mittens buried all my underwear in the backyard again. Getting ready for school. Mittens, let go! I have to go to school. You have to stay here. Being at school. Attention, students. Recess will be inside today due to a saber-toothed cat on the playground. And even coming home from school. I'm home! Oof. In fact, coming home from anywhere was harder. After days of mess and mayhem, Penelope was at the end of her rope. Mittens, no! Mittens, no! No, Mittens! Rip. Bad, Mittens. Bad! I'm sorry, Penny Pie. Maybe Mittens is too much for one little T-Rex to handle on her own. And so, carrying a patched backpack and lots of feelings, Penelope left for school. But that whole day, everything made her think of Mittens. Was he too much for her? When Penelope got home that afternoon, she braced herself. I'm home! Mittens? But Mittens wasn't there. He was in the backyard. I thought Mittens could use some fresh air. Oh, okay. That evening, Mittens was not at supper. That night, Mittens was not in Penelope's bed. Penelope couldn't sleep. Her bed was so big. So Penelope crept downstairs. "Hi, Mittens. I'm sorry I yelled. Would you like to—" Oof! It was a cozy night in the Rex family house. Especially in the room up the stairs and down the hall, where it was crowded, but just right. Mittens was a lot of work, but he was worth it. And so with plenty of exercise, loads of training, Mittens, sit, good boy, and lots of family outings. Hi there, Mrs. Phillips. The Rex family learned how to be great pet owners. And in return, Mittens learned how to be not quite as much trouble. He would never be an easy pet. But Penelope did not love an easy pet. She loved Mittens. I'm glad you're you, Mittens, and not a pony. Ponies.